Hello, my name is fucking Mercury, and welcome to this brand new fucking episode of Media Fucking Buffet. I'm doing my fucking Trxvy. How are you? Fuck.
I'm fucking doing great. Fuck, man. This is the greatest fucking show of all fucking time, man. I can't fucking believe it. We're fucking here, man.
You can't fucking tell we're fucking talking about. Today we're gonna be discussing the fucking show that's called Hazbin fucking Hotel.
Shitty dick stains.
Yeah. Fucking asshole cheese, am I right? Fucking asshole cheese.
Yeah. Cocks and asses.
Yeah. Cocks and fucks. Fucks and asses, there we go.
Bitches.
Yeah.
Bitch. Cunt.
I already failed what I was doing. I was gonna have a counter for like all the F bombs, but I already forgot. I'm just gonna put like 10. It feels like we said 10. All right. So, anyways, yeah, no, we're not actually talking about Hazbin Hotel. It's been quite a while, and there's a bit to talk about here. So, Hazbin Hotel has been a show that, you know, has had it that you know it's ran it's had a and it's been making the rounds in the internet. And the pilot came out 5 years ago, I think.
Yeah, somewhere around, yeah.
It blew up. There's another one. Blew up, and people liked it, and well, quotation marks. And then a fucking hiatus. And then we got the show in 2024, this year, in January. Weird ass, you know, like release date, but whatever, January.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether to talk about the pilot or not. It's just kind of, it's canon. The thing I want to talk about the pilot is that the pilot is canon, but it's not part of the show. So like, I guess VisiPod didn't take into account that people will be watching her show on Amazon Prime, and not everyone will be her fans, you know? That's so stupid. I will get into why VisiPod's a horrible fucking writer, but like...
Yeah, but that'll take us a whole nother episode. That's a whole nother
pretty
episode.
Much. So, another thing I want to mention before we get into this. So, the notes I usually write for every time we talk about anything is, I wrote this on like a little like notepad that I had that was given to me for free in like a, you know, like a conference, and like little pages. For Hazbin Hotel, I wrote until it's like the page on the back, on the back. And that's because, for some reason, something I've noticed about indie shows is that they have so many fucking characters. Why? Why the actual fuck do they have so many fucking characters? I don't get it. Like, okay.
I actually never thought of it like that. That's a good question. Why are there so many fucking characters?
There's too many characters in this show, and I don't know why. Okay, I know it's another bad review. Like when I reviewed Ruby, and I did season 8, which fucking hell, why did I watch these 9 seasons of that goddamn show? But that episode took me so long for me to do solo because I had like 50 characters to talk about, and like half of that episode just me talking about the characters and how much they suck ass. But like and here I have 2 sections on characters.
Jesus Christ.
Because I realized, oh my god, there's so many characters to talk about. I put the main characters on one side and the side characters on another. It's like and the side characters go into the second page.
We got material, people. We got material.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna talk about how much they suck. God. Yeah, no. Hazbin Hotel. It's been quite a long time coming. We did talk about Hell of a Boss a few years ago. Not a few years ago, 2 years ago. Technically that is a few years ago. And season 2 hasn't even ended yet, so we're not talking about that for quite a bit until maybe like next year, because I think it's ending this year, like in December. So we'll see. And and so also stupid thing talking about Hell of a Boss. They released the final episode of season 1 when season 2 started. Like after like half of season 2 was already done.
Yeah.
Like that's not how a show works. You can't just say, oh, the episode, the finale, oh, doesn't matter. What? No, what are you talking about? Huh? Oh, the finale? That I don't remember anything about the finale, about the episode 8. But like, you can't just start. Oh, you can't just say, oh, we're gonna release the finale as a separate episode, and we're gonna start in season 2 right away. What the fuck are you talking about? Just put season 2 on hold. It's already like that first half of season 2 is all shit anyway. So like you could have fixed it in that meantime. Anyways, Hazbin Hotel. So the pilot, it's the pilot. We've all watched the pilot. We all know what the pilot, it's all about.
Yeah.
It's fine, I guess. They did replace the entire cast. There's nobody here from the original. That's fun.
Yeah, that was hell. I don't know why they did that.
Yeah. Let's get into like what we always get into, which is in the characters. Let's talk about the animation first. And god damn it, what the fuck? So, okay. This show is animated like My Little fucking Pony. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, I see the resemblance.
This doesn't look like a streaming show. So I know it went like a little overboard with like a little thing where like, to me it looks like when I not when I watched, like I secondhand experienced My Little Pony when I was playing in the room. That's what it looks like to me. I'm not talking about like the CG like My Little Pony. I'm talking about like the Friendship is Magic, the one we all knew growing up. That's right. The one I'm talking about. Not any of that weird shit that came out before or afterwards.
Yeah.
But anyways, the animation doesn't look like it was produced by like it was like funded by a company. It looks like it looks like Hell of a Boss. It just looks like Hell of a Boss. Which, you know what? Hell of a Boss looks fine for a YouTube series. Like for a 2D YouTube series, Hell of a Boss looks perfectly fine. But Hazbin Hotel is, like it's on Amazon Prime.
Right.
It's like big funded by Amazon. The people who track their packages, and they say that whenever the fucking the ship, the cargo ship that was having your package blew up in a naval fight, like they tell you all that. So like and then they send a replacement. Like I'm thinking that they can probably send a few bucks to Spindle Horse to actually finish the fucking product. But like oh, dude, what the fuck? It's such a stupid decision to have this like animated like the YouTube. Like I know people like that style, and that's fine because it was made for YouTube. It was made pretty much free to watch. You're paying to see Hazbin Hotel. Like this is it. Like
exactly.
Amazon Prime Video isn't exactly YouTube ads. Just like that's how you support the average. No. You're fucking paying for this. And it just doesn't look the part. That's really my opinion. So like anything to say about the animation is just like to me, it just kind of looks like it looks like it looks like the pilot, just a little bit better.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say? Like anything to add? Like I'll probably get into like the action after this.
Yeah.
No.
Not really. Honestly, I think you said it all. I think you said enough.
But should we?
Yeah.
I don't get it. Okay, wait, hold on. No, I was like, do we get into songs now? I realized that I didn't make a point for the song, so I was like, hey, I was gonna ask if we should do it here in the animation or put it in the plot. I'm gonna leave it for the plot because for some stupid fucking reason, the songs are in time with the plot, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
So
the thing is that like from my point of view, like whenever I saw the story like heading somewhere, I'm like, oh my fucking god, the story's finally progressing. And then out of nowhere, like they start singing. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? No.
I think I'll get into it here. Not all the most of the thing.
The
Most
thing
of
is that like the songs are catchy. You know, like the thing is that there are some songs that are catchy as hell.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like, but then like, is it really necessary? Like, is it really necessary? Because it just like it just takes me out because I'm like, bro, I really don't. Like in a very serious moment, like in what episode was it? Episode
3,
because I know that it's the one that Charlie like goes to heaven to like talk about Angel Dust and how he's reformed and all that. And the thing is that I feel like it was going somewhere. And then Emily started singing. I'm like, no. Stop. Shut the fuck up. Please.
We'll get into why. I don't have a problem with like. Of course, this is a musical. Like I get it. Like I get why they're doing songs and shit. But like
the whole cast is from like Broadway, at least some of them.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
I get it. I get, and also with the pop, like you live with those things, and I get it. Like Vivian Medrano lives that stuff. So I get the influence. Like she liked it, all that, and she wanted to do something interesting with it. But she's not a good writer, so she didn't do anything interesting with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's actually get into why I don't think she's a bad. Why I think she's a bad writer, not the characters. So, and then the plot. The plot is also atrocious, even more so than the characters. So, Jesus fucking Christ, there's fucking 7 main characters.
Jesus Christ.
Why? Why? Don't introduce 7 main characters in the first episode. Don't do that. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Not even.
And the way that the show progresses, and the way that the show like progresses, because the worst thing about it is the pacing. The pacing is just horrendous, and it feels like, and the show is trying to like make you fall like in love with the characters. It tries to like make you feel something for the characters, but the thing is that some of them just barely have any like screen time for you to say, oh man, like, you know, sad to see them go.
Yeah,
it's like
that's how I feel about some characters that we'll definitely get into. Like before we get into like the actual characters, it's just like there's just too little time for that. There's not like enough time for them to actually be fleshed out. And the fact is that the show is like shooting itself in its own in like both of its feet, because it tries to be it tries to be focusing on the characters, but it also tries to have a very it has a very like what do you call it, like it's a very rushed narrative. Like rushed, like, oh, it's like poorly written, but it still is. But like it's rushed in the sense of where it needs to go at a certain pace. And one,
Right.
the show doesn't like doesn't show that, because when we get into the plot, we'll get into how like there's like 6 months happen within the show, and it doesn't feel like that.
Right.
Like there's no passing time, there's no any of that. But not only that, is that basically not only is it shooting itself in its own foot because the narrative doesn't work narratively, but then it grabs the gun, cocks it again, and shoots itself in the other foot because it also tries to make a big deal out of it, but also have time for all the characters to do random shit. Like, why? Anyways, it's not just about the characters. Fair warning, we did finish the show quite a bit ago, a lot earlier than like whatever I talked about last time. I don't even remember. But we did watch this quite a bit ago, so we're not. I guess we're not gonna be fresh memory, but honestly, who could forget this show? Who could forget this?
Yeah, I mean, as far as we know, it's the funniest show in the world. You know. It's the funniest show in the world. If South Park and Rick and Morty can say bad words, why can't Hazbin Hotel type of show? You know, like it's a very funny show.
They should get an anime like Rick and Morty did.
Exactly.
Imagine like Hazbin Hotel the anime.
No. Just no.
Instead of
all the characters just jacked as fuck, man. Just jacked ass characters.
No. It's all in the anime style, and every song is a fucking anime girl theme, like a magical girl theme.
No.
Anyways, let's get into the actual characters. Let's talk about Charlie first.
Oh man.
Okay.
Oh, man.
She is the main character, and she's like, I think, the least interesting. From what I remember. She has almost nothing going for her, and I think maybe that's intended, maybe that's just kind of stupidity on Vizzy Pop's side. But like, she is so naive and doesn't really like, and pretty much like learn something.
He doesn't really understand like the actual concept, like the actual concept of redemption, you know.
Like, she's right, but the thing is, it's so agonizingly stupid. What this character is. Like,
she's got the right mind, but her methods are just not it. I mean, they're just childish. They're just.
That's not really what I think. She's right. Like, she turned out to be right. Like, her methods are not even childish. She's just like right. And the thing is that she doesn't really find that out. And I don't know. We don't know if season 2 is gonna play out, or 3, or 4, or fucking what? We're gonna get 5 probably. I wouldn't doubt that this show goes on for like 10 years, to be honest. I
see how it goes.
I hate myself for watching all of that, but I wouldn't be surprised if this show goes on for 10 years. They've already
I mean, as long as they just keep on releasing episodes, then they're fine. I mean, as far as they know, like, they don't even care about the story. They just do random shit.
They announced season 2 and not season 3 and 4 before season 2 even got a release date. Like, think about that.
Right.
This is just not how you do it, man. You like, yeah, sure, it's popular, but like, maybe not like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So go back to Charlie. Charlie does. I understand what she has going for her, but the thing is that for me, she, like, from what I remember, and I probably should have rewatched the show, but I shouldn't torture myself. You know, like that's something I don't want to do. I guess she didn't do much and kind of had the same mentality throughout the entire show, and to be honest, she was challenged, but she always wasn't like. I would have liked if her character was much more of a doubtful person. Like, that would have been sure. Like, oh, that's not what the character was gonna be. Like, here's the thing about writing: the characters aren't real. Here's the thing about writing: the characters can be whatever the fuck you want them to be. The characters don't have to be a certain way just because they're going to. Oh, that would be out of character. How about you write the characters to be in character? If you're looking, okay, my problem with Charlie is that she is challenged, but she doesn't challenge herself. All she does is prove that her point is right. What would it be interesting if she's not gonna see the fact that her method works, is that people should challenge her and should insult her and should just talk her down, talk down her. Like, it doesn't work. At first, she does she does fight because she thinks it's right, like against Adam. That makes sense because Adam's an angel, who's an angel. It makes sense that they would be combative, at least until we get to those characters where I talk about why doesn't make any sense for them, or I think why their motivations within the show don't really make sense to them. I talked to you Trxvy, I talked to you with this outside of media fame, but I will mention it here because I think my plot for this show is so much better. And I thought about 10 minutes. It's insane. I can write better in 10 minutes. That, of course, using a basis like everything. That's all we all do. As every writer does, we grab a basic plot line of what we want the show to be, what we want anything to be, and then we just build on top of it until we get something good. God damn. Because it got grab the first draft and then send it to animate. Anyway, Charlie. So what I would have liked is that she could start confident, against oh shit, what does Adam know, right? He's just an angel. Of course he'd be a combative. He hates demons and all that. He doesn't believe demons can be redeemed. But then she sees genuine doubt. These people have done. These people she meets different people throughout her journey, and then she finds out she slowly realizes that she is not these people. Maybe some of them maybe shouldn't be redeemed, or maybe aren't able to be redeemed. Their acts are so horrible that they just maybe shouldn't be redeemed or can't be redeemed. And she's has those thoughts in her back of her mind, and they keep overpowering her, and people around her bring her forward, bring her up, and get her get her, bring her up, so she can stand up on her 2 legs and just do what she was gonna do, finish her mission of rehabilitating demons. That was me in 5 minutes, blabbering on about how to make this character better, and she would have been more memorable. I think the show would have been a lot more memorable. This shouldn't be an action show. This should be a drama. This should be a drama musical or an action musical. I will get into the plot later. Yeah, Charlie's just kind of bland. She's kind of bland, to be honest. She's nothing special really, and she's never challenged. She never challenges herself on her own beliefs. That should be what the show's about. To me, at least. But yeah, no, this is Charlie. Anything to say, Trxvy? That I didn't mention about Charlie? Anything you want to say? Any opinions?
No, I think you pretty much said everything. Pretty much said everything just by the book. Yeah. I mean, for me, she's just extremely childish. It's just, and the fact that this is supposed to be I know that there's plenty of other characters, but she's kind of supposed to be the titular character of the series, and the fact that she was written this way, and it was just stupid. Like you said, it was just dumb.
I know I'm going. I know that when we get into the show and the plot, and whenever I'm talking about how it fits the show, you can probably tell I'm like criticizing it constructively. I'm saying, okay, this could have gone, while making fun of the show, because god damn it, this show's fun to make fun of. And just like because we're media, okay, we badmouth everything, right? But like,
Yeah.
whenever there's a good thing, we suck its dick. You know, that's just what happens,
Exactly.
right? But like, we like whenever we don't like anything, we hyperbolic. But like, to be genuine honest with you, I'm giving constructive criticism on not only like the show, but also on storytelling. This is a very good show to watch to know what not to do in stories. Because it is short, the characters are underdeveloped, the main character is uninteresting, and it wastes its time on unimportant stuff.
Right.
And also on pacing. Five things already mentioned that you know, like, make a like you have to know what you have to have to make a show good, and like this show does not have it.
Yeah.
We'll get into the ranking for this show later, like from where it goes. But it's I know I keep saying all this like bad shit about the show, but it is not F tier. It's not F tier for me. It's definitely on the bottom tier, so it's not F tier. Yeah. So that's Charlie's going to Vaggie. She is one of
Vaggie.
the people. I think she's one of
I just feel like she was kind of useless, honestly. Like, seriously.
She could have been interesting.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Vaggie is very supportive of Charlie, and that's normal. Like, you know, she's her girlfriend. Like, that should be a thing. That should have been part of Charlie's arc that I proposed, but whatever. But Vaggie is also very interesting because she was an angel, and you know, she's a fallen angel basically. It could have see that and see her stance on the hotel and why she's helping Charlie. Like, aside from, you know, like pretty much them being a couple. Aside from that, like maybe she sees good in demons after spending so much time with them. But then again, that's not said at all. That is talked about in one scene, actually. And then never again. And then it's like, okay, we're done. Great, fantastic. Where Vaggie has an interesting backstory. I like the backstory that she has. But there could have been so much more you could have done with this backstory, and they just don't. In this season.
True.
Could they explore it? Sure. We have 3 more seasons to go. Probably all 8 episodes, 20 minutes long, which is god awful. But we have more episodes to go of this show. And could they explore Vaggie? Sure. But they should have explored it here, where it mattered most. The first season, so we can attach to these characters. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying.
Yeah.
Vaggie could have been a lot more interesting. She has the base, like she has the base for just a very interesting character, and they just don't commit.
Yeah.
They just don't commit, and that's crazy for me to think about. Yeah, anything you want to say about Vaggie? Like I didn't really mention.
No, not really. I mean, you know, the way that I explain it is just, you know, simple, not like too descriptive. So for me, the character, it just feels a bit useless at times, and it's just like bland.
Yeah,
because
I
like
agree.
it's because the thing is that for me, it's like, why is she even there? Like, you know, and the thing is that also the series, and also when I was talking about like the series trying to make you like feel something for the characters, like empathy or something, and like Charlie and Vaggie, you know, being a couple, and it's like, okay, cool, but it's not like I'm worried about it, you know, like during the final, before like the final showdown and all, it's like, oh no, like possibly all the characters could fucking die and all that. But the thing is that aside from me like not being too emotionally attached to the characters or anything, I just said, okay, I know what's gonna happen. They're gonna win. And then Serpentius dies, and I'm like, oh, he fucking died. That's funny. That's it.
I'll talk about Serpentius later. But yeah, no. Something else I want to say about Charlie and Maggie's relationship. It is not written well. Sometimes, like not even sometimes, most of the time, they do not feel like a couple at all. They feel like friends. That's not
True.
how you write a couple. That is just not good writing. You should make them feel like a couple. They just, like, Vaggie at some points in the show just feels like a very supportive friend. And that is not how you do this. That's not how you write a couple. So, yeah. That also written weirdly poorly, just everything about that is like, not good. And it's the only one. Like, I can't really compare another couple in the show because Charlie and Maggie are like the only one that matters.
Yeah.
Or is like in the show proper. But yeah, let's get into some characters that are actually kind of interesting. I have a lot more have more development than the main character. Like, come on, like the main, like the face protagonist, Angel Dust.
That's the one that should have gone to heaven. That's the one that should have been the one.
I think he definitely deserves it the most because like he has a, again, very interesting storyline. That's what he was leading up to, but that's what it was teased. Like, he is just mentally fucked up. Like, he's like that. Like, he is just fucked up by this, like, just this life that he led. Basically, like, his life fucked him over. Like, it's just like that's just what happened to him. Like, he lived like, I think it's like he lived in the mafia or something. Like, he lived with his family was very mafia related, like crime related, and he just lived in a lifestyle, and it caught him, and he couldn't escape. He had to do bad things to survive. That's interesting. I know these people don't recognize it because this show's like 3 writers that all share one brain cell, but like, it's interesting. You're giving depth. You're giving depth to this concept of who can be redeemed. Sure, Angel Dust might have done bad things. Sure, he takes drugs every second, but like, it's all a coping mechanism to cope, to cope with what he lived through. So like, is it really warranted for him to be like down in hell, like suffering for all eternity, where like he's just like basically groomed into that lifestyle? It's so interesting. And then it's like, Serpentius.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think Angel Dust is more developed. I have a lot less bad to say about it. More like, I think mostly, okay, how to describe the series as a whole is just wasted. It's just like unused potential.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel for a lot of the characters, and especially Angel Dust is one of them. But I think he's like the least has the least wasted potential because he has like an episode and a half to himself. It's like he's definitely given the most attention out of any of these main characters.
Yeah, true.
But, I like Angel Dust as a character, and I think his arc could have been good if and only if he went to heaven. Like, he was the one to go to heaven. But of course, that didn't happen. We got Serpentius instead, which I will talk about later. But yeah, anything to add about Angel Dust I didn't really mention?
What else can I add? I think it's been said enough. I think you said enough about Angel Dust. I don't think I gotta add anything else.
Okay. And next up is the big one, I think, Alistair.
Oh God.
Okay, Alistair. Where do I start with him? He is the most interesting character in the show. Definitely, we don't know a lot about him, and that's fine. I feel like he's going to be one of the biggest mysteries of the show, like as a whole, like going into the multiple seasons. Thing is, I feel like he's much more of a secondary presence, and I think that's fine. I don't know. I don't know what to feel like. I think he's written well for like a mysterious. I think he's the only character actually written well. I think this is the only character I can give good compliments to, because he's like, you know, like Charlie might be the protagonist, but the Alistair is the poster boy. You know, like he's the character that people like I associate with Hazbin Hotel. So he's given the most attention, and as a character, it doesn't really have that much of a presence, or very much sits in the background. He's written well. Like, actually, he's written well.
Yeah. Although it felt like he really didn't do much. You know, I think he was just there.
Unlike some other characters, that's I think that's what he wants. He doesn't want to do much, mainly because he maybe doesn't want to be there. That goes into the mystery. Like, why is he helping Charlie?
Why is he?
Maybe.
Right.
Like the popular theory is that he was like he made a deal with Lilith, and that's up with the hotel and all that. That could be what's going on. That maybe he's in the background because he just doesn't want to be there. Like, for him, I don't have that much of a complaint because it makes sense for him to be in the background. Like, scheming person. So I think it makes sense. I don't think it makes sense that Charlie or Baggies are in the background and them doing nothing. But I think that Alistair definitely does fit that. I think he's the only well-written character in the entire show, or the one that has like the least wasted potential, because his mystery is alluded to. Like, he has a history of the characters. He has a history of the world. It's interesting. It's like enjoyable to watch. Alistair steals every scene he's in. Like, he's a good character by all means. Like, that's like a commanding presence. Like, it is interesting. The only thing I think it's actually kind of underdeveloped is his relationship with the other overlords. Mm-hmm. That's a bit weird, but I think it's very it can be dismissed because who gives a shit about the overlords?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think anything about Alistair, I just think he's like the best. He's the best written character. I think he's just the best character by default.
Yeah, I see it. I mean, yeah, he was. Yeah, he was something. He was something. He was definitely like different from the others. He had his style.
I like them. Like, but the thing is, we don't really see him all that much. That's fine. I don't care. I think it was an episode he just doesn't show up in. The episode 6. Yeah, he doesn't show up in episode 6. Anyways, okay. I guess your favorite character is coming up. I guess is Husk.
Oh, that's my man. That's the dude, man. That's the bro.
Keith David.
Keith David, man.
What to say about Husk? I think
sexy ass, bro. Sexy, man.
You're right.
Sexy.
I think interesting. Again, like I can't really talk about these characters all that much, but I think he's interesting. I like his origin of Warlord. I wish that was explored more into how he. Why I'm saying is, we should have been explored more. Like, I also point out that we have 3 seasons. Oh yeah, we do have 3 seasons, but there are certain stuff that you mentioned, and it's probably not gonna come up again. Like, we don't know if him being an overlord will ever be explored again, because we don't know if there's characters that will like tie into that. Fucking please no, no more characters. But like, we won't know. Like we won't know. We don't know if that will be there. All we know is I made a deal with Alistair because he was like losing his status, and that's why he's like tied to him. That's fine. But Husk has also interesting, like, you know, like he helps out Angel Dust in his own episode. I think it's interesting what they do with Husk. I don't mind that he's sort of in the background. He kind of seems like a character that would want to stay in the background, and that's written to be that way. So of course, like I don't mind it as much as other characters standing in the background doing nothing. But yeah, that's all, I think that's all I'll say about Husk really. Anything to add? Because I had that deer.
Just sexy, man. Just sexy. Real sexy. But yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Okay, second to last main character before we get into, you know, Nifty. Nothing much to say. She's just the butler, like the maid here.
Yeah, she's just there.
Doesn't do much other than like interactive Alistair once. Yeah, no, that's all I gotta say about Nifty. She's just kind of there.
Yeah.
I think the thing is why I'm going hard on these characters is that they're the main characters. Like, we're supposed to care about them. I think going into Nifty's origin should be a little bit warranted if we're gonna spend a lot of time with her and care about her.
True, yeah.
I do agree. She has some funny moments, especially when she kills Adam.
Yeah.
That was like unexpected. That was executed well. I think that was funny. But aside from that, she doesn't have much stuff in the way of like moments that actually matter. All right, big one. Sir Pentious, finally. Okay. The wasted potential with this man. I can almost taste it. It's so thick you can cut it with a knife. Okay. I don't mind that Sir Pentious went to heaven. I do mind that we don't know why.
Right.
And it'd be explored? Why not, right? It could be explored. It could be explored in the next 3 seasons. But this is me going off of speculation, just like thinking, oh, well, we have 3 seasons left. Again, like 3 seasons left. Like, sure, if we're going in the same like direction we're going in, that's around 24 more episodes. Like that's quite a bit to explore. But that is explanation that was needed here. So maybe Sir Pentious actually like getting to heaven will be explored later on. But if it isn't, then I'm going to ask, why the fuck is he in heaven? He's a fine character. I don't mind him. He's not. He was nice. He almost didn't fit. He didn't fit in hell. All he wanted was like to kill people. Like, he was just wanted to be a villain. That's fine. That's fine. But the thing is, so he was in hell. We should have explained why he's in hell, and why he went to heaven at the end. So what I'm gonna guess, and this is pure speculation, is that he just did like a small sin, and that was all made to hell, and that made him go into hell, which would bring up heaven's hypocrisy, because heaven doesn't know how to get, like, they don't know how to get to heaven. So what causes so they just do, like, one person does one bad thing and it's like, oh, they go straight to hell. So that could have brought up that point, and learning about his backstory could have been like something to know, like, oh, why he would go to heaven. And you could say that it's explained with like the fact that he said sorry in the worst song I've ever heard in my life. But like it just, Sir Pentious is just the definition of wasted potential, and his death was a joke. What bothers me about his death isn't that most of it was a joke. What bothers me is that it's a joke that was made to like the most important plot point of the show, and nobody knows it. Yeah. Anything to say about Sir Francis?
Nah, not really. I mean, yeah, I mean, I really don't have to say a lot about the characters since I really didn't like take a lot from him. So.
Alright, you're definitely not gonna say anything about these guys. We're talking about the side characters now, and oh, goddamn. Adam and Lute. Lute, almost a non-character. Adam, is the more interesting one, but he's just an F-bomb machine.
Yeah.
Machine gunning F-bombs every 5 seconds. Yeah. I don't know. Like Adam is just kind of there, I guess, as a character. He does challenge Charlie, but then again, like who doesn't in the show? And Charlie always persistent, and Adam is just kind of like, well, yeah, fuck you. Almost in that voice.
Yeah.
And he never he always I like that he fumbles over his words and all, like everyone explaining how to get into heaven. But that's not that's not that Adam isn't really that important, and then he has this stupid ass plan of like, oh, let's just go exterminate them again, and it's like, what the fuck, huh? Why did you think of that? Like, why is why? What are you talking about? Why are you gonna send the extermination? We never learned that. We just think, oh, he's kind of mad and I want to kill demons again. What would have been interesting is that Adam, since he's the first human, right? Like he died, he's the first human, he's the first man, whatever. What would have been interesting about his character is that he is still in charge of exterminating demons. Specifically, I think it's the sinners. So he's still in charge of exterminating sinners. What would have been interesting is that he is against the fact of rehabilitation, because not that he'd be out of a job and wouldn't get to kill any more demons, but that he doesn't, like, he views demons as, like monsters. The demons, like, they've done bad things. Basically, he's been indoctrinated by heaven to think of those things as not people. So this idea of rehabilitation would basically cement in his mind that he's been killing people like him this entire time just because heaven tells him to do so.
Right.
And that could have fucked up his psyche, and that could have been cool to see, like, this character that was so, like, against the idea of the rehabilitation, like, actually maybe vouch for it, like come to this realization, like, have this mental break. That could have been so interesting. But guess what? Nobody thought of that, and that wasn't the thing, and now he's dead. We might get him in hell.
We can't have good writing in here, man. We can't have good writing in here.
We might get him to show up in hell. That'll be interesting to see, but I don't think we will. I don't think we will. I think Adam will be left to genuinely just die in the writer's room. I don't think we'll see him again. Yeah, that's Adam and Lute. Next up are the V's. Velvet, Valentino, and Vox. They have the best song at the beginning. Also, second best part in the ending song. Except for that, not much. I came to the second.
Yeah. I mean,
They're there.
I mean, there's really not much we can say about these guys.
They're there. The Valentinos are there. You see the problem? Like, there's so many characters, but like not much to talk about. It's just like, why write them? Why they?
Right. That's what
Anyways.
I was like wondering. I was like, man, there's so many characters that, like, in the show that just don't matter at all. Why are we still mentioning them?
Yeah. I'm actually like going off notes around like I wrote like months ago, but we're almost done, I think. So, yeah. The V's are just not interesting. Like they're like, I guess, kind of cool, but they're just kind of not there. Like Valiant is the most there, but he's much more of like an obstacle, I guess, and he's just like he's just kind of there. Velvet is very much just kind of there. She's like, she has one of the worst songs. And then there's Vox, which has the best song, one of the best songs. And yeah, no, that's pretty much it. They're just singing machines. Moving on to Lucifer, one of the more interesting side characters. I like that Lucifer isn't a deadbeat dad. I like that. I like that he, he's very dorky. I like that. Also short. That interesting way to take the character. I think he's supposed to be short in general, and if not, that's kind of funny.
Honestly, I was not expecting Lucifer to be depicted the way that it was in the series, because the thing is that from the paintings, it feels like he's somebody kind of serious, and like just with his smile, you can feel like something is up. But then you see him, and then he's just a goofball, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I don't mind that about him. It's definitely not it's not to change. I don't mind. I think it makes sense. I think I like him more like as like some version of what the character could be, and he works. He definitely does work. But yeah, I think that's really honest. Like, he's cool. We're probably gonna see more of him. I'd love to see his reaction to Lilith, like being alive or whatever he thought. But knowing these guys, they probably won't write that. What's next up? Cherry Bomb does almost nothing. I think she's up like what, 1 episode, 2 episodes?
Yeah, she just showed up, and like she just showed up, and she just like stayed there doing.
Yeah, I don't think she has a reason to really be in the hotel. She has no reason to actually like help at the hotel. She's kind of there.
Yeah.
Again, if you're gonna have somebody join the main cast, at least flesh them out a little. But Cherry Bomb was just kind of there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I know we've kind of sometimes maybe had different opinions on who was really important and who wasn't, but I think it's one we both agree is like why are you even in this show? Carmilla Carmine. Why? Why?
Why?
Okay, first episode. An angel is killed by a demon. A few episodes later, we learn that Carmilla Carmine, she's an overlord. Then we spend like 3 songs talking about how she did it for like her kids.
Damn, bro. Yeah.
Like how like she's in the right or something. I don't care.
Yeah, no, that's just filler. That's just filler.
That is filler. This character, it's like, okay, Carmilla Carmine and Baggy are set up to have some kind of like connection, not connection, but like have some kind of like they're gonna meet something kind of big. They meet and it's not big at all. It's just a little fight scene, and that's it. Like they sing, and that's pretty much it. That's all that happens in that scene. So Carmilla Carmine, and then she also insists just to give them weapons, which I think could have been substituted for any other overlord. It could have also been that the overlords killed the demon, killed the angel, as like unanimous opinion, like they're gonna fight back. It didn't need to be one person. It just didn't. Who made this? Who approved this decision? And maybe like with Alistair being an overlord, like maybe he's like, maybe he has to like forced to go along with the plan, but he knows like he's literally just bound to not do that. Like that could be interesting. The fact that it just doesn't. And we all know he doesn't believe in the hotel. He's kind of there for the fun of it, like just to watch them all fail.
Yeah, but he's just chilling. He just chilled.
Carmilla, we didn't need this character in the show. She's actually useless.
Yeah.
She hogs screen time that other characters could have had, and then just does nothing with it. Anyways, I was gonna mention other characters, but I just don't want to talk about characters anymore. There's no more.
Oh god.
But yeah, no. Let's talk about the plot now. The plot. Oh, the plot. This nonsensical, absolute pile of fucking dog shit plot. This plot. Yeah. 8 episodes, 20 minutes. What were they thinking? Okay. The plot for this show is a fine concept, but is executed poorly. But this should have been is not having action sequences and having a big finale. It should have been a drama. It should have been a drama, because it should have been that Charlie is challenged. Like, she challenged herself with these thoughts. Everyone around her doesn't believe her. The angels don't believe her. The demons themselves don't believe her. People around her don't believe her. Like this, she herself goes to that point where she doesn't believe her. Like whenever Angel Dust is shown to be at a club, and then doing the porno and all that shit, maybe she should have like doubts about it. Like maybe people, like even through all of her hard work, people can't be redeemed. She should have been challenged, but she never was. Like she never all she had to do was prove that she was right, and she never had that doubt. Like maybe she wasn't right.
Right.
And then Adam, Adam should have been also doubtful. Should have been a parallel. Like maybe he didn't believe in it, and because he's been killing all these he's been killing people. Like he doesn't want to have that conscience on him. That he's been just killing people for a second time, like not like literally just granting them death again. Just doesn't want to think he's just like doing a mass murder on people. Like that could have been interesting, but we didn't get that. Anything with Aggie, like with the angels, we didn't get that. Again, like I said, this show did not need to end with an action sequence, a big action sequence that just didn't go anywhere because the hotel got rebuilt. This show is so stupid with its pacing. Trxvy, do you believe that 6 months passed in the show's time?
I honestly didn't even realize. I really didn't.
I was like, damn.
And it was honestly kind of like stupid of me, because it's like, wait, hold on. Wait. Like, how is it that from one episode to another, like, the countdown, like, went down, and that's, because the thing is that, like, I'm just that type of person to, like, pay attention to something, and then out of nowhere, like, I just start drifting off, but then I come back. And then I start drifting off, and then I come back. Things that with the series, it was kind of like the same thing, somehow. And I just kept like drifting off, and then I just came back, and eventually like I lost that part. But then when I realized, like, what the fuck type of like time skip is this? Because the thing is that, like, I feel like that time skip could have like shown so much. And it could have given the characters much more time to like be flushed out and like mean something at least. But it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen.
That's what I think. This show is paced both as slow as a turtle and as fast as a rabbit. It's genuinely appalling.
Exactly.
Like, the show takes its time with its characters, but then bang! 5 months have passed and it's already a month before the examination. Then an episode later, bang! Already examination day. Like, what happened? Huh? And again, we could have had. I don't mind extermination day being a thing, being like a countdown part of the show, but it should have been a race to find out which side is first. Like, oh, if you don't prove that people can be rehabilitated in this amount of time, we're gonna kill more people.
Right.
Because you're proving to us that these people can't be saved and should be killed off more. Like, that could have been cool. Like, that could have been an interesting way to do that, and I just made that up. But guess what? That's not what happened with the show. And also, again, this show needed time to breathe, and it just wasn't given that. You can't make a show 8 episodes, 20 minutes of an overarching storyline and characters you want to develop. It just can't be done.
Right.
It actually straight up can't be done. And again, Vivzy Pop has this like weird, like, people like, oh, everyone wants to see a pilot. Nobody. People like, some people didn't watch the pilot, and then that's just what you have to expect. Anyways, what else about the plot? Oh yeah, Sir Benches. Nobody knows about Sir Benches aside from Emily and Sarah. Nobody else knows. Right. I think Charlie should have known. I think it should have been again drama, no fight scenes. Maybe Sir Patrick should have been killed. Maybe maybe it was something. Again, maybe he was. I don't know. Like, just show people knowing about ascending, like rising, and you just people knowing about it, like, is big deal. And then it being a plot point, like for season 2 and 3 and 4. And the Lilith stuff is fine. I just don't know where you fit it. It's just kind of very much in the background.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. The plot's just kind of nonsensical. Again, weird ass time skips. Doesn't focus on the stuff we need to focus on. And it just kind of felt like they made a show for like it felt like they made a short film and that switched it to a show. And then they forgot about, and then they added like 50 billion characters, and they're like, oh well, rip. Anyways, anything you want to mention about the plot?
Let's see. So there's the exterminations. There's the. I'm trying to. I mean. No, I think you said enough. I think you said everything about it. I don't really have to like add anything else to it.
Alright, so second to last point. Surprising that we're already here. I thought it would take longer, to be honest. The humor. Alright, we're making fun of the humor a lot in this episode. Like, I have the F-bomb counter. We're currently at fucking 50. But yeah, we've been making fun of the show for quite a bit. But this show's humor is genuinely atrocious. I think it's haha, they said fuck.
Yeah, it's just very unfunny. It's just the most unfunniest shit. The thing is that Vivzy Pop just defends her horrible way of like writing humor, and it's just, I don't know, man. It's just weird behavior.
Yeah. Apparently, she grew up with like I think she has like South Park and Seth Rogen.
Yeah,
if you're comparing yourself to Seth Rogen, like. At least pick somebody that makes comedy isn't good better than you.
Exactly.
I can't understand this, but Seth Rogen makes better fucking jokes than Dizzy Pop.
Right.
Like, I can make a better joke than her. This entire episode is making fun of her. Is all about it. And again, Dizzy Pop is so defensive. She blocked the person that said the original joke about like, the show was written by Dizzy Pop. She blocked that person. And then when Deadpool and Wolverine turned around and had like 119, like 118 like F-bombs, like, oh, can I make the joke now? Bitch, no! You got offended by that joke when it was first made. You can't make that joke. You're the joke! You are the joke! God.
Oh, God. Oh God, just dog shit writers, man. Dog shit writers.
I don't get it. I don't get how. It's been 5 years. It was 5 years in the kitchen, and it came out burnt. Anyways, so the humor's awful. I don't like the humor. It's just also there's a scene. And it's so double-sided, the plot and the humor. So, we're doing a little crossover point here. So, Angel's episode, these are all about sexual assault, and we're in a little podcast. We can mention it. Fuck the YouTube algorithm. Fuck ads, and what else? What else can we say? Fuck to? Block monetization. There we go. I don't want money. Fuck money. Actually, no. Don't fuck money. I like money. I like too much fucking money. Anyways, we don't run out, so who cares? Okay. So again, that's what the Angel episode's about. And then, an episode later, Sir Benches gets dragged to a room and probably sexually assaulted, like sexually harassed. Huh? So is it a joke or not? Tell me, please. I want to know. So I know what's your stance on this thing. Is it serious? And does it take seriously, like what we see, like pretty seriously, like we see with Angel Dust, or is it a joke, like with Serpentious? Or like, is it just funny to do with? Is it funny? It's not okay to talk about it with the victim, but then somebody else is gonna turn to a victim, and that's funny. What are you doing? Right, consistently. The main problem with Busy Bob is that she doesn't know how to write humor. She doesn't know how to write characters. Doesn't know how to write plot. Doesn't know how to write humor. Like, is there humor? Doesn't know how to write like themes. And doesn't know how to stay consistent. Those 5 things I mentioned are how you gonna be a good writer. And she just doesn't have those skills. She needs a writer's room, but a writer's room like actual toddlers. The same number of brain cells as a toddler. Fucking hell, this humor. Anything you want to say about the humor? Any jokes that come to mind that are just god awful?
Well, man, I mean, I just peed, so I think that should say a lot about the humor in the fucking show. Oh,
the
man, I mean, it's just extremely... Yes, it did. I mean, it's just the most, like, lazy way of, like, trying to be funny, like, unquote, like, yeah, I just don't see, and the thing is that, like, I like stupid shit, I love dumb shit, and the fact that Hazbin just does it in a very weird way, just something tells me that, that something's not right,
Yeah. Anyways, so that's really the last point about like the actual show proper. If we had nothing else to mention, I guess. No. All right.
Let me see here.
Let's.
Yeah. But my headphones died. There we go.
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
So let's talk about the future of the show. Since there's gonna be 3 seasons. Again, we don't know when season 2 is gonna come out. Probably next year. They said that we're not gonna have to wait long, which I fucking know. But like, we're not gonna have to wait long. That does not bode well for like my opinion on the show. But I think that the show can get better. It's bad now, pretty bad. It's pretty bad now, but I think it can get better as the show goes on, and especially the things I've mentioned today. And right into the episode, I think could rectify in later seasons. It's a criticism because we're not getting showed here, and it's very important for us to know it here. But it can be rectified later on the line.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Hazbin has something going for it. It definitely has something, but just this first season, it just didn't do it justice.
Yeah. It's not getting canceled. That's great that we're gonna see this good show go on. I don't mind that it's not getting canceled. That means more content for us that we can make on. Hey, we can continue shit on this show for a good while. But what doesn't bode well to me is that we're getting more. We confirmed more than one more season 2, 3, and 4. That worries me because that makes me seem like there's been already planned from what it's gonna go. Instead of taking criticism from the show. Again, Vizzy Pop blocks a lot of haters, so she probably doesn't know what people have been saying about her show. But but then there's she might not take criticism well, and she just thinks she's perfect when she really is not perfect. Nobody's a perfect writer, but there are people who are better writers. And Vizzy is not a good writer by any means, so she needs a better writer's room that actually can challenge her on things instead of just going with whatever she is spouting. And she just needs she needs to flesh out her characters more. Again, when the characters die, I think you mentioned it, when the characters die, we didn't really care about them because there's just not enough time that we spend on these characters. We need more episodes. Either we need double the episodes or double the runtime. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like it should be better, just more episodes. Definitely more episodes. But run a longer runtime could do it, but
that's the thing. So that's why I said, us wasting time with the songs. The songs take up think about it. The credits and all that. That's probably 5 minutes of the show. Of already 25-minute show, episode. 5 minutes is ads, not ads, but the credits. Then there's the songs which are either 3 to 2 minutes long. Sometimes it's a bit longer. Let's just put it 3 minutes each song. That's about 6 minutes. Already 11 minutes gone. The show, the songs are usually not focusing on the plot, so that's 11 minutes gone. These people have 14 minutes to construct a storyline. Have 14 minutes of screen time just to make a storyline, and that sucks so much. You don't do that. That's not how it works. It's like Red vs. Blue, because Red vs. Blue had 50 episodes per season. No. You don't have time. Use your time well. I don't know if it was Amazon making the request for doing an 8-episode season that's 20 minutes long. Fine, they did what they could, but when that's there, that's one of the first things they tell you. You have this amount of time to do this amount of storyline. Get to work. You should know what you can do and what you probably shouldn't do or should leave for later. They didn't do that. They threw everything this first season, and that sucked ass. So yeah, I think that Hazbin Hotel has great potential, but it just needs to have better writers and just a better outline, a better plan. what worries me is that we got this series confirmed. So Vinci Pop might not have taken like any criticism to heart and actually changed it. I don't know. Anything more to say about the future of this show?
It has something going for it. It definitely has an idea. Although the first season really didn't, do justice that well, I really hope that the upcoming seasons are able to make Hazbin something good, man. Like something worth watching, something like worth telling in the future. Because like,
I don't know if it did you.
I feel like there's a story. I feel like there's something there. There's a story, but just if they don't do it right, if they don't play their cards correctly and with intelligence, like to say with knowledge, then I really don't. I feel like the series is just doomed. And the thing is that Vinci Pop not taking like criticism from anybody is also like a pretty bad sign, because as an artist, you should be taking, if you want to grow as an artist, then you really should be looking for constructive criticism. You understand? And and I think that like Busy Pop just blocking those people and just thinking about what she wants to do and what she wants to do only is not really like a good idea to say.
Yeah.
So I really understand, of course I really can't predict the future, so I don't exactly know where the show is going to be headed, since we don't even know when season 2 is going to start, but I want to be optimistic about it. I want to be optimistic and say, okay, I want to give it a chance. Again, I'm going to give it a second chance.
You can definitely, like, what I'm thinking is like, you can definitely just plan out an entire storyline and not change a thing from criticism, and that's fine. Like that, you can do that sometimes. Sure, there's always room to improve certain things, but there's definitely a story that you want to tell, and that's gonna stay, and that's fine. But you should at least, but that's only if you're a good enough writer, I think. If you're not, like, and even then, sometimes you do get criticism, and sometimes you have to, and sometimes you realize, oh, but I should have done this better, and something you were already gonna do or weren't planning to do, and it makes sense for the storyline, you do it there. Like, it's fine. Like, you were gonna do that, you're probably gonna do that anyways, and like, and people gave you guidance, and that's fine. But Vinci Pop, I don't think will do that. I don't think she doesn't read it, and probably doesn't read it. The criticism on her show, we will probably not get that, and we'll get just a story that's like the same thing that we see here, just kind of wasted potential on every character. We might get more characters. We didn't even mention Mimsy here, and honestly, I don't want to. Like, there's just too much stuff that was glossed over, and it's probably gonna get glossed over just to get the storyline out of the way. Yeah, I know we talked very negative about this show. And I do. There's like parts we enjoyed about it. Like, again, Alistair was good. I talk about some of the songs being good. I didn't talk about the songs. I don't give a shit about the songs. But like, the songs are good. Like, the songs are good. Like, some of the songs are very catchy, very good. I like them. But that, like, it's hard to fuck up a song. Unless you're It Starts With Sorry. Then you suck ass. Yeah. I think that's really about it. So, Trxvy, give me your ranking on Hazbin Hotel. Your tier list ranking.
Awesome. That's for season 1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be generous, and I'm just gonna. I mean, if I just put on D, then it's just not like. I just feel like Hazbin needs to be like in its own tier, because I just don't I just feel like it's just to be in its own tier because I just really can't compare it to anything else that's either better or worse. It's just its own thing, like Madam Web. It's just its own thing. At least season 1. But being real, for season 1, then again, I'm just gonna be generous and I'm gonna give it a D. I'm just gonna be generous.
Generous. So you were gonna give an F if you weren't feeling like a generous god today.
Yeah.
Today
Yeah,
on your good day. Today's a good day for you.
Yep.
Putting Hazbin Hotel in D tier. I'm gonna put it in D tier as well. I just think there's just wasted potential here that could be improved upon and needs to be improved upon for the show to actually be good. That's all I am saying.
Yeah, exactly.
And to cap this off, we have said exactly. I think I stopped counting at one point. Maybe I don't know if we said any more F-bombs, but roughly we have said 60 fucks, 61 in this entire episode.
My God.
Which is more than had Hazbin Hotel in one episode, so that's fun. And we didn't beat the record, but hey,
Forget it.
we got to 61.
We did it, man. We did it.
Yeah. All right. That's really about it, I think. What if you guys have anything to say about Hazbin Hotel? Leave in the comments below. All of our socials are in the description, and like both me and Trxvy's, one of the only ones that actually has like socials put in the description. And yeah, that's about it. So Trxvy, say your goodbyes.
Goodbye, y'all. Good day, good evening, regardless of where you are.
Wherever you are, if you're in Japan, how's the future? You know, I was in the future once.
Yeah.
Now I'm back in the past. I like time travel. It's kind of crazy. The future was kind of weird.
Has the monkey pot gone any far?
You know, Trxvy, the future's kind of weird. It was like hentai everywhere. But anyways, yeah, I know. Just wait for tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, see ya.